Hi all, this is Dr. J and Professor Spike streaming live from
Hello.
Long Island, New
Island.
York, where my internet connection is horrible. It threw me off a minute ago, so I don't know if this is going to be a success or not.
We could always give it a try.
What I could try is leaving you alone to fend for yourself, Spike, and rebooting my machine, which could take 5 minutes. Can you handle it for 5 minutes? Oh, I don't know.
You know the old, it's not you, it's me. You know the old saying. It could be, yes. I'm actually going to switch over to a different machine. I always have to do this, and it upsets me. Then I blame you. Then I blame you for.
I think it's Verizon
for gaslighting.
No, I'm serious. I think it's you're having trouble and I'm having trouble, and we both have Verizon.
Yes.
Right?
So don't invest in VZ.
Yeah. Confucia, Jigglypuff, tandem to the moon, or to 100 for tandem. I'm so happy for Jiggly. Jiggly's going to make it.
Talking about tandem, man. We haven't talked about tandem for a while.
Tandem, I actually sold it at around 86. I cut down on a lot of my holdings. I had a bad feeling yesterday.
Really?
So I went on a selling spree yesterday. You know how sometimes when the rain is coming, the arthritis tips you off. Something in my gut is not healthy, and it's going to collapse tomorrow. So I started selling. I sold 10% of everything. Not across the board, but
really?
I went 10% cash from 0% cash. I didn't sell equally.
Well, I know. I'm still trying to hold on to our stalwarts.
Yeah.
Although I did get a little bit scared about ATHX. ATHX came back up a little bit, and I thought, you know something, this might be an opportunity to do. I bailed on that. I'm staying tough on APT. I'm staying tough on BCRX and Codex.
Yeah, I didn't sell Codex. I didn't sell Lake. I sold some ATHX.
You didn't sell Lake, no, should you?
I sold some.
You did or you didn't?
I didn't sell CVM. I sold most of my MESO due to the price action. I sold a lot of my AEMD, most of it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And was there a reason for that? Or was that just a gut thing?
I wanted to sell my weakest looking stocks. But at the same time, I took profit on Mankind. I took a nice profit. I was on 1 week. I bought it at $1.44, sold it yesterday at $2.44. And I didn't even mention it to anybody.
Nice.
My apologies.
No, you mentioned it. You mentioned it to me, but that doesn't mean I do anything.
You don't.
About it.
You didn't tell anybody, right?
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, of course not.
Good afternoon from Toronto.
No.
Bonjour.
Yeah, Mustafa.
Bonjour from Toronto.
So what is the story with TDM that you're so happy about that?
Clarence, our resident guru from upstate New York. I have it on the agenda to do the Dow, the SPY, the QQs, and the IWM, and hopefully we don't all vomit from that. And then ATHX and CVM. I have 10 stocks listed that I.
Oh, you know.
Let me see what they are.
If we end up changing the order, we can just change the title of the show to everybody else.
That's true.
Right? You can do that.
I could do that. But
so I mean,
at the same time.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, because if people are dying for something early, we should do it.
But I have the order.
Like, for instance, this tandem business. I see over the last 6 months it moved up.
I want to include KB Homes. I want to include Royal Caribbean, Jazz,
Okay.
and Mankind. And maybe TVIX. There's a question for Spike. I don't know, Spike is frozen, I think.
If I bought more VIXs, yes, I did.
Is this a Verizon issue, or what do you think, Spike? I think it's a Verizon issue. Go, leave and come back. We'll remove him and he'll have to come back. You better? No. You're all pixelated. You're a pixelated man.
Let's see. Just in case it is not me. Let's see what we got here.
It could be
It's
me.
me. No.
Go into YouTube and see how it sounds there.
I got it. I'm looking at I every now and then I check my so I'm going to switch to a different machine right now.
You. But it's not all you.
Yes, it's me. It's not.
I lost internet connection also. I'm going to share screen. Will you come back, all right?
Okay. I'm going to come back on a different machine.
All right.
All right.
Much better. Much better.
What?
Much better. Thumbs up. Thumbs
That
up.
was me. Yeah.
Better.
All right. Good.
All right. So we should try to include the TVIX and the tandem.
Yeah.
LJPC people mentioned, TTPH. I mean, I got a lot of too much. Let's get started.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll try to be really quick.
So, yeah,
the Dow is down.
Oh,
You're
man,
still
700.
breaking up. You're still breaking up on my.
Well,
I just reloaded my Dow. It seems to be quick enough. No, it's not quick enough.
Okay. All right, so let's see.
It's both of our ends. I think it's both machines, both ends messed up.
We have Pete coming in from the green.
Some days it's so good, and some days it's not.
Well, that's Verizon for you.
Yeah, I think maybe the middle of the day is the worst time.
Yeah, you know, when I've been teaching online, I've been having this kind of, you know, I have these great days and I have these bad days. And I teach the same time every week. To be whether or not maybe there's some good porn on Pornhub this week.
All right, here's the story with the Dow.
Okay.
It had its ABC correction back here, and it's made a nice run to new all-time highs, 27,570. No, not new all-time highs, but it took out the old B high, the old 3-4 high of 27,102, which made Dr. J say, bull market, we're going to go to 30,000 in a second or 2 seconds. But in the meanwhile, we're having a little correction again. So where is this little correction going to take us? Somewhere, hopefully not below this level. The level I'm talking about would be my line in the sand at 22,789. If it gets below that, we're going to new all-time lows. And the only way I think that would happen is if coronavirus got out of control again. I think it's totally linked to coronavirus.
Yeah, but it would see the thing is that as everybody's saying there's not a second wave, it's still the first wave.
Yeah.
That for the Dow, it would be a second wave.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this as a little ABC correction within the ABC, within the new uptrend. In which case it could take us down to fill this gap. I mean, I see trouble ahead. This looks like an opportunity to take profits to me.
Well, interesting. Many of our COVID plays, though, go counter to the market. So it's a little bit funny because some of our big plays right today are actually doing pretty decent, precisely because the market's going down. I've been finding a negative correlation going. So the question is, when we talk about some of the things that we like for instance, the COVID plays that we've been on, like CVM and not necessarily CVM, but BTRX. Do we want to have a downswing that we could actually ride and take some profits, or do we think that it's going to be all the ships going to be lowered by a lowering tide?
I think the COVID stocks, I think if the market continues down, it's because of COVID. So the COVID stocks will do well if the market continues down. I think this is a serious correction. I mean, I felt it in my gut yesterday. That's bad, you know that. If it prompted me to go from all cash from fully invested to 10% cash in one day, I don't often do that.
Oh, you don't actually. One of my remarks about you is that you tend to see the cup as half full whenever you look at a chart.
Yes.
Which is why I actually charts that go counter to the market just to see if you see the same thing.
But I mean, there's a lot of potential support right in here at about 24,856. But then again, it could go down to, let's say, 24,708. Or if it drops much further, it could go to this line that I drew in here at 23,730. I want to do a fib retracement on this, but I don't want to waste too much time. So maybe if I do come back in the evening, I'll do a fib retracement from this way, beginning of this wave up. You see, after this mini ABC correction, we had a nice wave up. I want to do a fib retrace from here to here and see what it looks like. All right. In the meanwhile, let's go to SPY. A similar picture, by the way, as to the Dow, which you would expect, I suppose, right?
No, of course. And actually, it's the Qs that are more important because they've been the ones that have been providing for you some good news in the middle of the bad news. That was sort of our.
One of the reasons I had that very bad gut feeling yesterday is the fact that Apple made new highs, Amazon made new highs, Facebook made new highs, the FANG stocks made new highs. Right. And I said to myself, what the hell is going on? Everybody's buying 5 stocks, and meanwhile the IWM is languishing, hasn't made a new high in as long as I can remember. Not good.
Well, Confucia is making a relationship that makes a lot of sense because that's that whole thing about once your cab driver starts talking about stock, it's time to sell, right?
Yes.
So if these fangs are getting bought into, it may very well be that the amateurs are playing again.
Yet I didn't touch my Amazon, which is the only FANG I have left.
Well, there's never a wrong time to own Amazon, right?
Yeah, never the wrong time to own Amazon, right? But if the market corrects all the way down, then you don't want to own anything.
2,700. I mean, from the beginning of this is almost $1,100 since the low in the during the start of the COVID. I mean, maybe this is a time to take profits on Amazon. 2,700.
Yeah, I mean, but I called 3,000, so it didn't get to my call yet.
You called 3,000 before somebody ate a bat.
I called 3,000 when it was 1,800. And everybody said, Dr. J is off his rocker. Well, I may be off my rocker, but I had a good call.
Yeah, and that was that. I'm not disagreeing with you. The first time it was 1,800 back in October or whenever that was, or last summer, you were calling 3,000.
Yeah,
I'm just amazed it's anywhere close to that now.
I was also calling 34,000 Dow by the end of the year, which is going to be a tough target.
That'll be a tough row to hoe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I know.
I don't know that all my calls are accurate, but pretty good. So this is a downward channel, a clear downward channel off the high. And we have the same situation, a drop below 2278, 273. And I think we make new all-time lows. Not all-time lows, but you know, we go lower than where we were back at the lows in March.
Right.
This low. I think it's possible we take out the March 23rd low with a drop below this key level. So let me do a double ruled line here. Very important turning point. Extremely important turning point in the market. Remember how I said ATHX on a drop below 265 would have it was in danger of a precipitous fall, and what happened? Went to $1.50
now.
This is a similar situation. Key support level. If it goes below this, I don't know what's going to stop it.
That's your red line in the sand.
Yeah, that's my red line. Hopefully it doesn't get that. But it could easily. You see this gap? We had the same gap in the Dow. This looks like a nice spot to stop right in here. Right about 285. In other words, a lot more pain, 20 more points of pain. That would be a lot. But I can see that happening easily. So I'm not being a happy individual.
No.
Dr. J, normally optimistic, is turning like into another spike.
God forbid.
I'm becoming a pessimist. I'm going to go for water. I'm going to buy water.
You're going to buy water.
Clean water.
Right? That's going to be the next water.
I'm going to buy clean water soon. You're making me crazy with that water.
Kamal is tending to agree with you. He says that the market went up way too fast in this bad economic time. So that
I know. Kamal, I was disagreeing with him when he was saying this 2 weeks ago. I felt it was premature. But now I think he's right. Or we're both right.
A couple more shekels into the... Then I just brought out a couple more. I would agree with you. So, you know, time to load back up on my VIX.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to squeeze that one in as the 11th one we look at if I have the energy.
Gotcha.
I haven't been big on energy lately. I've been having no appetite, not eating good.
So now
I can't even blame the market because I'm way up. I'm way up. My big problem with the market is taxes this year.
Oh yeah, that should be your worst problem, right? I should have such a problem.
Yeah, right. Well, I have a feeling that I may have some nice losses soon if I don't get the hell out.
I'm glad
May
you
not be a
had
problem.
during the last big downturn, you like I said, you were using the Nasdaq as the silver lining in the dark cloud.
Yes.
And the question is now, is this a dark cloud in the dark cloud? Because it's not looking as good as it has in terms of.
No, not, you know, they don't go straight up, not even FANG stocks. They don't. Apple is an unbelievable company. Amazon, an unbelievable company. Facebook, an unbelievable company. Google, an unbelievable company. Netflix, I can't say the same. It doesn't belong in the FANG, in my opinion. But it caught the COVID-19 virus, did it a world of good. So now it.
I know you weren't happy about that when I.
All right. So what do we have? This is Dr. J's favorite signal to sell. This is a gravestone doji, or as close to it as you're going to get. That happened yesterday. High at 251, close at 248 on the Qs. Doesn't look like much. That was not yesterday, that was Monday. Followed by this confirmation candle on Tuesday. Makes me think there's more surus to come. Grief, pain, that kind of thing.
Aggravation.
I have the 9-day. Why did I put the 9-day down? I added the 9-day because oftentimes the 9-day, I mean, it's very close to the way the stock is going by definition. So I threw it in just to see if the Qs would get support here. So far, it has at the 9-day.
Well,
where do I see the next level of support? If it goes, my big warning on the Qs is right here. So let me draw my horizontal line. My line in the sand is much tighter on the Qs than it is on the S&P. I have a tighter line in the sand, 231. In which case, I think the next support would be down here, 224. There are more support levels. It's not as precipitous looking or as scary looking as the others. So in my mind, on a sell-off, the Qs will outperform the Dow and the S&P, just like it's outperformed on the upswing. I don't see it getting even. Some people think it'll give back more. I think it'll give back less, which is a little different. Just from the chart, there are more support lines that I could draw.
There's that old Dr. J optimism showing its head again. So that's great.
What's next after the Qs? I don't remember. IWM. IWM is the Russell 2000 ETF. And to me, this one represents the market far better than any of the other averages.
Uh-huh.
And it's been doing pretty putrid. So the broad market has not, I mean, recently it's had a pop, but relative to the other averages, it's, like I said, I don't remember the last time it made an all-time high. I don't think it did recently. Did the RUT make a new one?
In June 7th, it made its last high.
I made an all-time high recently. Maybe it
So
did.
what happened was it jumped down, filled the gap a little bit, now it's headed back down again. So you'll see that in a sec.
Look at the sell-off. Look at the sell-off in the rut. 4% today. Pretty yucky. This has been the worst performing index on the upswing, and I think it might be the worst performing index on the downswing.
There we go.
Well, you could take solace in the fact that so far the volume doesn't look huge. So it's an orderly sell-off, no panic yet. But again, look at this beautiful channel down.
Yeah.
It's a yucky poo channel. Beautiful if you short the IWM.
Yucky poo is a technical, right?
Yeah, it's technical. You have to go to technical school to get that, to learn that.
Yeah. You know, if you look it up in the dictionary, it's too esoteric. It's probably not even in the regular dictionary.
You got to go to special technical school that they charge a lot of money to learn yucky poo.
Exactly. So you learn a lot on this show.
Yeah.
Stuff that you don't get in the dictionary.
Okay, so the head of U.S. economics was on Bloomberg this morning, and she said that we're going to get a spike in the economy. We're feeling that spike, but then there'll be another leveling off. So she doesn't see a big follow through, you know?
Well,
so Bank of America is bullish up to a point. I think she called it a 3-part scenario. I didn't quite follow it, but I caught part of it. The economists always have a way of talking out of both sides of their mouth. They're pretty good at that.
But they're like geologists. You know, when they talk about, short term, they're talking about 8 years.
Well, you know the old joke, the mathematician, if you ask him 2 plus 2, he says 4. And the economist, if you ask him 2 plus 2, he says 4 plus or minus 1. You don't like that joke. You do like that joke.
Of course. I love those jokes about different.
Oh, okay.
The ones that make mathematicians look fastidious.
All right. So anyway, IWM has a nice long-term upward channel, as do all the averages, but it's definitely in my mind in correction mode. It had an A wave down. Let's see. Can't see my own chart anymore. It had an A wave down to here, B wave there. A C wave would end right about here. So let's put it in right here, double ruled line. A double ruled line. This is where I'm hoping. I think it could do worse, but I'm hoping that it ends there. Worse would be below my line in the sand at 117. In other words, we're looking at the same date, I think, on all of them, whatever that date is. Remember, I drew the line approximately in the same place. There was a major bottom put in that day. That's taken out. Look out below.
Indeed.
So, I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully it stops somewhere above this level, or certainly no worse than the middle of this green candle. I just have a feeling we're in for more aggravation on the Dow and the indices. That's why I wanted to talk about it extensively.
You bailed on your 3M, and I didn't yet. And now you're scaring me.
3M, I'm out.
Yeah, you're out of 3M.
3M. I still own a small amount, but very little.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next one?
I don't have the list, Dr. I'm sorry.
All right, I'll look.
I usually wing it, and then.
Okay, take me a second.
Okay.
I think. Well, 2 seconds maybe. All right, then we did Qs. I want to look at gold, GLD.
Really?
Yeah. Because it made new all-time, not all-time highs, but new highs yesterday. I think it might have more legs. Probably be down today with the market. Yeah, down, but very little, right? Very little down.
Not the cost these days. I've been out of it for a while. I got out when it was like 13 and change.
All right, I'm rescinding my call for an upward move in gold based on this, based on today's candle. It looks like it's heading for a very. It looks like if it turns out to be essentially where it is now, I don't like the looks of the chart anymore. Just based on one day's candle.
Interesting.
Isn't that amazing? Dr. J doesn't need a confirmation candle. Other people need a confirmation candle. I don't need it. If it goes down a little lower even, forget it. Tomorrow will be a bigger down day than today.
Nobody's worried about inflation. I don't think any country is worried about inflation.
I never understand what makes gold go up or down. I'm just looking at the chart. Nobody understands what makes gold go up and down. Chinese buying, Chinese selling. I mean, I don't know. Drives me crazy to try to understand gold. The next one is KBH. This has been on a tear. I don't own it. I thought about owning it, but I don't own it. Can I just thinking about it give you any points? I don't think so. What a run it had, right? Like just like the Dow and the averages had a similar kind of run off the bottoms on March 19th. What a tremendous run. It's getting killed today, along with the market.
This is another new one today. KBH. What did they do?
The same economist was talking about real estate and felt that the recent move was unsustainable. Cited the move out of the cities into suburbs as they're giving a big boost to companies like Toll Brothers that does new construction a lot, luxury homes. KB Homes does new construction as well, but cheaper homes.
We got a lot of requests. So what is your bottom line on this one? That it's headed back down?
The bottom line is, for now, I think it follows the market down.
Gotcha.
Is that good enough? I mean, they got the same channel. It looks like the averages. You're not sure whether you're looking at the Dow, the S&P, or KB Homes. So there's not much to analyze there. What was the request?
So, just so you know.
Is there a request?
Meso.
What symbol?
Meso. M-E-S-O. Meso.
Oh,
Meso
the one I sold most of yesterday?
No, talked about it, but they want to see the chart. Find out why you sold.
Because I was in a selling mood, mainly.
Oh, you might as well put it up.
If anything was down substantially from recent levels, I sold. I mean, I still like the company. I think they'll probably win the odds race.
Now,
but
the whole thing about barter abandoning.
In a selling mood, this is what happens. You just hit the sell button, and almost not indiscriminately, but almost indiscriminately.
Let me ask the question though: the fact that there was a danger of, well, actually the news that the ATHX was not getting its order money. Does that reflect on meso also?
Sure it does.
Okay. So maybe this is why there's bad news here too. Even though it's like if you're a winner in a losing race, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that could be it. I mean, even if they win, how much is it going to mean to their bottom line? Probably not much, and it's going to cost a fortune to go through the trials and all that.
Well, for ATHX, it was pretty devastating.
Here's what got me to sell. I didn't like the drop below this support level.
Gotcha. What is that?
And
13.
if it goes below this support level, it's going all the way back down. It'll fill the gap at about
Wow.
6. This has the potential to go to 6 or 60. Pick one, but it might go to 6 and then go to 60.
Right, exactly.
I don't want to be in it right now. I might get back in. I don't know. You know, subject to change.
If it fills the gap, it might be worth it.
What's really, just like ATHX, I'm in it for the stroke trial. This one, if you're in it for the heart failure trial. That's where the money is. So you're in it for the long haul if you're in it. I didn't want to be in it for the long haul, at least not yet. So I wanted to raise cash, stay in cash for a while. I might raise more cash. I don't know.
You know something? Cash is king.
What did I say? Cash is king?
Cash is king.
Cash is king.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was Don King and Cassius Clay.
I like that.
You don't mind if I like that. That's why I said it. I knew you would like that. Take your hat off. You make everyone laugh at a time. Oh, this one is the one I'd love to short, and I didn't short it yesterday, even though I really wanted to, because I'm a coward. I really love to short this one. I think it's going back. I think it's going back to 19. I don't see why it has no right to be where it is. Nobody's booking the damn cruises.
You're not going to get an argument for it. The only thing is if they end up getting some sort of bailout money.
The government is going to get tired of bailing out a dead horse, whatever it's called.
Right. Well, I hear you.
How many times are they going to get bailed out? They're going to need lots of money to stay afloat. I'm not saying they're going out of business. Eventually, it'll come back. People like cruising, but maybe not for years. I don't want to be in this one. I just want to be short this one, and I think I missed the boat, so to speak.
Oh, yeah.
What was the next one? The next one on my list.
Jazz.
Jazz. Now, Jazz, I was looking for a positive break of 115, didn't get it. So I did not add to my position. I was going to go with the calls, but it didn't happen. My next thinking is to buy it at 106.5. So that's what I'm looking to do. I own a little. I'm not going to sell what I own, even though I should. But I'm thinking the middle of this green candle is a nice place to get in.
Around 110, 108.
Yeah. And it's a very good play there, because if it breaks support here, you get the hell out. So it's a swing trade.
They're doing lung cancer.
Yeah, you get out. If it hits 100, goodbye. Take your loss. But it looks like an attractive spot to buy right about there, 106.50. I love it. Of course, if it reverses course and breaks that 115, I'm still going to buy call options.
Really?
Yeah. All right. What's the next one? CVM. CVM's having a good day, right?
Yeah, CVM's having a fine day.
Fireside chat on Thursday.
Yeah, I've been hearing there was and there might be a little bit of news prior to that, some sort of announcements, but not about the data. That's what people have been saying.
Well, anything else is meaningless. They could save their announcements.
The twits are saying that they're not ready to talk about data yet. That's the general consensus.
I don't know. You know, the paranoid consensus is that they got the data on Friday, and they're going to break it the night before the Wainwright fireside chat, Wednesday after the close. That's today. So after the close today, if it doesn't happen, then probably not till July. I don't know why I'm making that statement. It could happen any day.
Right.
I rescind that statement as well. I'm rescinding a lot of things I say today.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's easy to say something, and then when you think about it, you say, you know, that doesn't really make sense.
What do you think? I'm thinking this is all just waiting for tonight. This whole.
Well, tonight could be the night. Tonight could be the night. That's why the speculation. That's why it's up 9%, because people are thinking tonight's the night, and then they discuss the good news on Thursday. And look, that's possible. Sooner or later, we're going to get the doggone data. Maybe it's tonight. Which they have 4 days. I think they have 4 days to sit on it and analyze it before telling me. I think it's 4 days.
Uh-huh.
So if they got it Friday, they could easily announce it Wednesday.
Right. They could announce it and then have a nice fireside chat, like you said.
Yeah, it was kind of like I told you so type chat. A Gert gloating type chat.
Well, then right. If there's a last minute cancellation, then so there isn't. They're pretty. They announced that they're going to do it. They're.
Look at this candle. It hit 1684. My goodness.
Yeah,
I mean, the close is going to tell us a lot. If it closes above the middle of this green candle, I think there's an excellent chance for data after the close. So if it doesn't give back too much more, it could be 50-50 chance. If it stays close above 1575, I'm going to put the odds at even money on data tonight. But then again, it looks kind of suspicious. It doesn't. Would a company do that? No, they got good data and then schedule a fireside chat the day after to celebrate it? I don't know.
Well, look at the flip side. If they don't, they would otherwise cancel it, wouldn't they? I mean, if they have bad news, what are they going to do? Take it on the chin during a fireside chat?
I don't know. You could cancel the fireside chat, right?
That's what you got to keep an eye out for. But I don't think they're going to, because they announced it a lot. Let's see if any. No, none of them has any inside track on this.
I want to close above yesterday's high, 1579. Can we get that? That would be a very nice day. Anything above 1579 is very bullish. That's what I'd like. Dr. J's request to close above. ATHX, yucky poo. I'm taking it on the chin. Yeah. Dr. J's, I sold some ATHX I didn't sell any CVM, and I didn't hedge. CVM is my big bet. My big bet. I'm betting on GET. Yucky Poo, 219. I sold earlier in the day in the 220s.
Did you?
Not a lot.
Okay, I got $2.50.
I don't like the chart on this one. I don't like the fact that it dropped to $1.50, even if it was a short attack. Don't like it at all. There's a lot I don't like. It keeps making daily new lows. I don't like that either. And if it closes below this level here, I'd say it could be trouble.
Right. Like I said, I think that Barton news really hit it on the chin. Even if they have a good product.
Yeah, I don't know. I think also there's fear of an offering. So
I mean, you're holding on to some of it just for the odds, right?
I don't. If it closes below $2, I think we're going a lot lower than that.
Understood. Well, that was the fear. Yes, that was the fear day before yesterday.
I think the new support is where the low was turned in on Monday.
On 96, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
156.
156. Yeah, like I said, that's why I'm glad to be able to get 250 for it yesterday.
I don't like the action. If I were purely a technical player, I'd be out of my whole position by
now. Now, you didn't put BCRX or CODX on your list today.
I can't do everything. I want to do Mankind.
Those are the big holdings of. I guess big ones.
I'm on with Dr. J. You know Dr. J? I'll talk to you soon. My wife is very insistent.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Feldman is going to be furious with me. The technology wasn't good today. I took a call from my wife, which is very unprofessional. Your technology was almost worse than mine. Is it going to be offset by my words of wisdom or not?
Well, once we hear some.
I made 2 jokes. I clowned around. I made the nerdy economist joke.
Well, let's put it this way. This was, you remember a couple months ago, you made me promise to buy this because it was going to do well. And I actually did okay overall. But yeah, so just the fact that you're souring to it a little bit, it certainly pause for everybody else to think about this as well.
Well, I told you I've been holding so much of it for so long. I call it a core position. It's very hard for me to change that.
I understand that. So so in terms of blockbuster news, just the fact that you're sort of the bloom is off the rose on this guy is something.
I didn't like the fact that I didn't like the trial, the way it was set up for odds, for the I thought meso looked better. I don't know, a lot of things spooking me. I was very negative when it was up about 320, that area. I knew it was going to collapse, and I didn't sell. Just like I knew yesterday, the market is going to collapse.
Right, I hear you.
You feel it. You can feel it in your gut. This one, I took profits almost at the top. The top was 248. I sold at 244. Where would I buy it back? Probably at a lower today. I would have bought it back. But I didn't see it. I wasn't following carefully enough. I think it has little potential. Turnaround play.
You think this has legs?
It's a freezer. Freezer is a diabetes drug. that it's inhaled.
Another diabetes play.
Yeah, my daughter who's in the healthcare PR and big accounts, she told me she don't like any inhalables, period. She warned me on this one when I was in it originally and took a beating. But you got to listen to your daughters, and I don't do that.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't listen to my daughter either.
All right.
So let me ask you a question then. Since we're talking about diabetes plays, and somebody mentioned tandem, is the bloom off the rose for you on tandem, or is that something that you?
No, I like tandem. I like. They got the gizmo. They got the schmitzik.
Right, they got that thing that you wear and it stays on the whole day.
Yeah.
Take a bit of a hit today. There might be another opportunity back in the.
This is where I sold it at. I'm not going in yet. I think it's going to 100, but I think we should hold this level here. Has to hold $75. That doesn't hold yucky poo. It's a yucky poo.
Right.
But it's nothing wrong with taking profits. I took a little profit, other than the fact you got to pay more taxes.
Yeah. Still got to keep some of it.
I'm not buying it back just yet, Jiggly. I'm not going to hold. I don't know where I'd buy it back, but I'm going to be watching.
See more of it, or you completely out of it?
Do I still have some? I have so many. I have 6 different accounts. I never know what. I might have a small amount.
Okay.
I mostly sold.
Okay, you mostly sold them.
Yeah, I mostly sold. Mankind, I know I sold it all because I was in it 1 week. Mankind,
right,
I was in 1 week.
That was just a play.
Yeah, that was just a momentum play. But I like it. I like a freezer. I think it has merit. It's just slow to catch on. And 140, if it's on a big pullback, I'll go back in again.
Right.
What was the last one you wanted me to do? We'll wrap it up.
Well, no, we're pretty much ready. You could look at some of the chats if you want. But
all right, I'll look at that. So we did it all. We did good. We get an A.
We didn't do the Shakespeare holdings, but you'll do that Friday.
All right, Clarence, FDR used to hold fireside chats. Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
Yeah, well, we were talking about this fireside chat. Maybe people didn't know what that really was. I didn't know what that was.
You didn't?
Well, I know what a fireside chat from FDR was, but I didn't know what a fireside chat from some CEO of a pharmaceutical company was.
Well, you throw a log in the fire and you have a fire and you talk.
Okay.
That's a fireside chat.
See, I thought he was going to be talking with someone who's going to actually ask questions.
He will. So an H.C. Wainwright analyst that he knows for 30 years.
Because when Franklin Delano Roosevelt did it, he wasn't talking to anybody. He was just talking to us, and we weren't able to answer back at the time because there were none of these comment lines.
I think I made a lot of people unhappy going a little bit negative today.
You know something? If the news is negative, you go negative.
I always tell the truth. It's something that I should learn how to lie. People like optimism, and I'm usually very, very optimistic.
I'm actually glad to see it because I'm the one who's always like, sell now, keep your money. That's
too long, Jeremy. I don't pay attention to 6-year patterns.
2015. No, I mean the whole thing is like a fractal, right? So if you see something really large, then
you're talking. You might as well talk witchery to me. It's 6-year patterns.
Well, look, if you talk about global warming, you got to look at it a millennium at a time.
Well, yeah, but that's different. It's
everything has a time frame.
Yes, but not the stock market, little shitty stocks like CVM, you don't look at a 6-year pattern.
Okay, right. Right. Too many people go in and leave. There's too much churn in personnel.
And now I'm really gonna hear it because I called it a shitty little stock.
That's right.
I'm looking for trouble.
He's gonna call you before his fireside chat.
Gat's gonna call me and give me a piece of his mind.
He's gonna give you some of that burnt log.
Well, you know something? I don't care if it is a shitty little stock as long as it goes to $200 a share.
I'm with you. Well, give it a little money today, so that's nice.
Look, even though, let me look. I took my profit on Neo. Does that mean I don't like Neo? No, I like Neo. Sometimes I sell for many different reasons. Doesn't mean I don't like the company. Meso, I happen to like the company. I'll be back.
Right. You'll be back, right? You'll be back.
Mankind, it took me a long time to come back. I came back. I made my profits. Geron, it took me 2 years to come back. I'm now in Geron.
Yeah, you did a booty call on Mankind.
Just like MacArthur, I shall return.
Oh yeah, the stock market will come back eventually.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe, well, it doesn't matter what the stock market does. We're going to be looking at.
You know what it is also? When the Parkinson's makes me feel shitty, I feel like selling. That's another issue with me.
Like you said, it's like when you feel.
So it has to do with the my overall state of mind. It affects the way I think.
Mm-hmm.
It is a neurological disease, so it affects the brain. So if I'm losing it, tell me.
I'll be the first to do that.
Yeah, tell me, Dr. J, a little of that Parkinson's senility is setting in. Just let me know, so I'll be very careful then. All right.
The answer is yes.
I could tolerate anything with the Parkinson's, no matter how bad it gets, as long as I don't lose my mind.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, good luck.
That's the worst.
And I'll keep an eye out for these signs.
Just watch me for signs of dementia, and if I have it bad, it's okay. You can come over and shoot me. If the dementia sets in, just shoot me.
You guys all heard that, right?
I do not want dementia.
You heard that.
Do you think there's any disease worse than that, Alzheimer's or any kind of nothing? I don't care what it is. There's nothing worse.
Depends on how much you value your brain.
What's the point of living if you don't know who you are, who Spike is?
Oh, dogs don't seem to have a problem living day to day. Neither do bunny rabbits.
I rate that the #1 worst disease of anything. You're just a vegetable that's in a human body.
Right. I'd say it's worse to lose your sense of taste.
A little bit dementia is good because it enables you to say things that you wouldn't ordinarily say. Like calling CVM, like calling CVM a shitty stock,
All right, Dr. J.
Clarence said cancer is worse.
We know it's bad.
Cancer is worse, but cancer is not worse if you already have dementia. Then you don't know you have the cancer.
Right, that was that old joke. I'm not going to tell it here because that's a joke.
Adios, amigos.
Bye-bye.
I don't know if I'm coming back at 5 or 6. I don't think so because
Hey, you come back on Friday when we have
I think I covered everything I had to say.
and stuff you didn't have to say. Stuff that you
I said too much.
Bye all.
Bye all. Till Friday.